weekend, all. Ira Epstein with your SPDR ETF wrap-up, your weekly edition, and this is for Friday evening, June 10th, 2022. What a day. You know, we had a CPI number that we knew was going to be a hot number. The question is how hot. Many were of the school of thought that, and I heard about it all week, and so have you, inflation is peaking, here are the reasons why, freight costs coming down, blah, blah, blah. Then the report came out, and the report didn't quite show that. It depends which part of the report. Frankly, core CPI came in 6%. That's less than the last report at 6.2. I give that. It was higher than the estimate of 5.9, but all the other numbers were red hot. And that did the market in, and the market was down hard. Then, an hour and a half later, the market gets the coup de grace when the University of Michigan Sentiment Index comes out, and it's the lowest reading ever recorded by it since it's been taken. Wow. So the consumer, forget us analysts, the consumer knows the game's no good. And they see a big change in the economy. They see gasoline prices at $6 in many spots average. I'm paying $6 in Chicago. They see that food prices have not abated. We hear about, prices of other goods are going to be there. Well, I guess if Target throws everything on sale, they will start, and some of the others. The president was at the port today in Los Angeles showing us, and I appreciated it, by the way, that we don't have the 100 ships out there. What he didn't say is China's been in a lockdown for a month in Shanghai, and the matter's getting worse. They're doing a big test in Shanghai this weekend of millions of people because 6 cases were found, and at the same time, the government has ordered hospitals to beef up, once more built, permanent facilities for COVID. Why? If he stays with his zero tolerance policy and he shuts down again, we don't have to worry about the ports. There won't be any ships out there from them. Think about what I just said. America's got to get smart and say, you, China, are not a reliable provider. We have to move our goods and everything we can, as quick as we can, away from you until you get a business policy. You heard me, business. I realize it's social, but we trade with them. We don't live with them. A business policy that we can live with. Would you, as a businessman here, go to somebody that can't give you your product? If they're coming from China, you have it. I've run into it over and over. But I'm finding people that are getting it from other parts of Asia now and other things, and that's what you need. You've got to be careful. This is going to backfire. Now, maybe, just maybe, they get smart and they're building the hospitals because they're going to say, no, we're not going to zero tolerance. We're going to put those people in hospitals. We're not going to shut ourselves down again. I don't know what's on their mind. I know they're going to come out and tell you they're going to meet their 5.5% growth. Ha! Then they're going to tell you, and I just read it, their car sales for May went up dramatically. They were shut down. How could their car sales have gone up? They sold nothing in April. I'm confused as to how it all works because I guess we don't get the right numbers. Okay, one thing that I'm going to tell you, you see that subscribe button on YouTube that you watch me on here? Hit it. When I put these out, you get it right away. Okay, so now let's go and look at the chart action. By the way, one thing before I do this, what do we have this week coming up? We have a Fed meeting. You're going to hear over the weekend people saying maybe the Fed should go to 75 basis points at this meeting this coming week. I don't think the Fed will do that. I think that sends a very bad message that the Fed has no control of the situation. The Fed has said 250-point hikes. They can massage the July one by coming out and saying, hey, it's still running hotter than we think in between now and that meeting, and not panic the market. The market's jittery. Their job is to slow things down, not to create a crash, right? Second thing, what's going on with labor? You don't want all these, you don't want to tighten things up so fast that people start losing jobs. Got to be very careful. They have full employment, they have inflation mandate. They've got the full employment, don't kill it. Now handle the inflation and do it in a way. You're behind the curve anyways, don't panic with a 75-point hike. That'd be my message. Okay, these are semiconductor. You know, you can hear all the shortages you want. This tells you that the index is coming down. These companies either don't have the product to make the money on, or there's enough semiconductors out there where price pressures come down on them. I'll let you figure out which one. I know that auto manufacturing is picking up in the United States. You're not hearing any more factories closing, are you? I haven't. That doesn't mean I'm right. I just haven't. When we take a look at them, you can see you're in a downtrend. You've been in one for a long time, frankly, since the beginning of the year. You were sitting here in this index over the 560 level. You've taken it down a third. That to me is a bear market, by the way, but that's where you're at. Where's the resistance? Very clear, the 18-week average in the 100, and the market's paying attention to that. And support, 374.80. What would turn the market? Close over 434.63, that would give you the turn. Until that happens, you are in a full-fledged bear market. Momentum, still pointing down. On the weekly chart, I don't look for overbought or oversold. It's either pointing down, pointing up, or it's embedded. In KBE, back here, you ran into your resistance. You know on the dailies, you got up to a key number, the upper Bollinger Band. I've showed it to you. Happened about a week and a half ago. That peaked it there, and since then, you're still coming down. Next support, the 200-day average in gray. The black line is the lower Bollinger Band. Now, this week was an outside week down. Outside weeks down are interesting. If you take that high out this week or next week, I think you'll be wherever the 18-day average is. I think you'll hit it like that. XLI, another outside week down. You have a market here that peaked against these averages. They're back in bear trends. Look for the Bollinger Band. What is the rule the first time you hit the lower Bollinger Band number? Whether you're embedded or not. If you know what embedding means and you've taken the course on that, you know. In unison, you're going to cover some of your shorts, if not all of them. Okay, I see that. Energy sector. This is a problem. The market is running on the band, but it's not going to settle over it. Is the market starting to top a bit? I'm nervous. First time you're hearing me say that. Not bearish, nervous. Big difference. But it's there. It's still bullish as I see it, but I am nervous. I don't think you're going to get to that 18-day average. Not anytime soon. I think we have just passed the time frame for the bear market rally. I think it's gone. Now the question to me is how deep is the break going to go? I'm targeting first the 386 level. Where am I wrong on it? Take out last week's high and I'll go rethink everything I'm saying. But at this point, I think you're going to get aggressive selling in the market on each and every rally. This is not bottom picker time. The meme guys are wiped out. They might be wiped out in more ways than one. You know, if they go to the thing where you can't sell your order flow to Citadel and the other companies and they got to start charging a commission, you watch how many Robinhood traders disappear. GLD, higher lows, higher highs. Okay, down here. By the way, in futures, we never had where you could sell order flow. Maybe the markets were too small, but never had that. You know, I would have been one of the first guys on the street with zero commission. I was one of the first discounters in America in futures. Right up there with Linn Waldock at the time. There were 3 of us, so I know the game. Higher lows, higher high. Okay. It's just a bear market rally. It's no more than that on this particular chart. The gold miners, same thing. You're starting to get support at the 200-day average. Does that look bullish to you? It's not bullish. Gold performs well on futures. It's not performing that well here. Kathy Wood's ARK, okay? She had a moment where she was getting a respite. Admittedly, you're not down here at these old lows. You're still off of them by about $5, $6, but it hasn't come alive, and I know that's what she thinks. I know that she's a big proponent. She's brilliant, by the way. I want to give her all the credit. I think she's very bright. But she thinks that we are now overflowing already in our inventories. Okay? I didn't see that in today's CPI number. The difference is she's looking forward somehow. And the CPI number was just about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, you know, that it was taken for last month. And I agree, targets overflowing. But where else? Show me where all the semiconductors are there so that all the Corvettes everybody wants gets them. I'm laughing, of course. Bolt, they just lowered the price of the car $6,000 so they can get that deal going for everybody, where things finally come in the way that they can sell more of the cars and get a market share. But they need the semiconductors, and apparently they're getting them. So things I'm liking. I'm not disagreeing with her. There's part of what she's saying that I think she's on the money. In Apple, well, you've come down back into the support. I have a great friend that trades the heck out of Apple. He has been waiting for this number. I'm going to give him a call. I haven't talked to him in 2 weeks. He took his whole family to Europe for 2 weeks, and he told me he was out of the market, just going to go enjoy. His business is not trading, but he's a massive investor, and he really is an Apple follower. I'll find out what he's doing, okay? I told him not to buy when he was looking in the 140s, 150s. I said, I think it's got more. And knock on wood, I was right. I am going to call him. Give him a call this week. Tesla, still looking down. Now, they are going to do a stock split. They announced it today on Tesla. I forgot the split number. It's not 20 for 1. But, when you do a split, you typically get a bounce. Don't ask me why. It doesn't change a darn thing on the company books. But people think it's cheaper. There's a bigger market for it at that point, and the market tends to rally. We'll find the day of the split. The news was just announced today. Pot stocks, they have gone up in smoke. Does this look to you like pot business is good? Go put in THCX, see what companies make it up. This thing stinks. I have a friend next door. My next door neighbor is one of the largest builders of factories, that's what I'm going to call them, that grow pot. 300,000 square feet. He's doing one in upstate New York right now. Illinois, he's built them. He's built them all over the country. None of these have made money. I asked him, I told you about this before, which ones are making money? He said, Ira, it's the private ones, not the public ones. Okay. He's building it. He's getting paid. I see it. We're good friends. We have dinner each week. So this is going on. Right on down. TLT. Okay, so where are we now on interest rates? What about 315? Whoa. Yeah, 10-year note back to 315. Now I'm hearing people already telling me this is it, that's it. I don't know that that's it. What's wrong with the 3.5? I think it's going more towards that. I don't think this is it. I think the Fed's going to raise it until they control and get rid of the CPI number. They now have their enemy. The enemy's come out of the hole. They see it. That's how you play it. I want to remind you that I talk about so much of this all the time with you, and I do it on my website. And on the website, all you have to do is go to iraepstein.com. Under the word education are my courses. Research is sitting on the website in the research section. And of course, my free offers are all in the top left. So again, hit the subscribe button. iraepstein.com. You can also go up here for the free offers. Follow our cursor. It'll take you there. And you have a great weekend. See you all come Monday morning.